Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rebels of Radio, as we're here today from Clarence Park, home of St Albans City, for this Vanarama League South game between the two sides. Just a couple of points separating actually half the league at the moment, so these games are going to be very, very important to you. So this is Rebels Radio. My name is Aid. I will bring you all of the action of today's game, and we'll see what goes on. Quite good view here this afternoon at St Albans Clarence Park. Lovely little non-league ground. If you've not been here before, we're in the main stand, which runs almost from the corner of the thing. There you go. And it runs from one corner of the pitch all the way along to another, with the little bar behind it. And then behind the goals there is there's no cover as such. It's just terracing behind the goals, and there is terracing on the far hand side opposite our commentary position here. And it's a small covered terraced area of around about 10 yards inside this one half to about halfway inside the other. So not a lot of cover if it starts to rain here this afternoon. So I'm sure the Rebels fans will be hoping that it's going to be a dry day. It's very overcast here, lots of grey clouds, one clear sky this evening, so let's hope that the rain holds off for today. If you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so two ways. My name is obviously Aid, you all know that, and you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase. Or you can do like Neil Humphrey, Kelvin Lloyd, Will Rees, Graham and Paul Hazel have done. You can contact us on the chat room that's on the YouTube page that you're listening to at the moment, and you can come through and do some comments. We will have a few little announcements throughout today for you as well, involving a couple of charity things that Slough Town Football Club are going to be involved with, so we'll just keep you up to date with those. Let's, for the first time today, run you through the other games in the National League South this afternoon. It's Billericay Town versus Dulwich Hamlet, Chippenham Town at home to East Thurrock United, Eastbourne Borough versus Hemel Hempstead Town, Hungerford Town versus Hampton and Richmond Borough, it's Oxford City versus Chelmsford City, Truro City versus Dartford, Wealdstone versus Torquay United, Welling United versus Gloucester City, Weston-super-Mare versus Concord Rangers, and it's Woking versus Bath City. Those are the games in the National League South today. Up and coming games for the Rebels. We are away on Tuesday. That's this Tuesday coming. That's the 30th. We're away to Hemel Hempstead Town. We will be there as usual to broadcast for that one. And then next Saturday, that's a week today. I'm not sure if you remember it. It's a place called Arbour Park. Apparently a football team plays there, but apparently Slough will be at home to Concord Rangers that day, so there you go. And I do believe that the FA Cup game away to Sutton will be a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday afternoon, but there you go. We'll get those, you'll see more of those kind of details confirmed excuse me, as the day goes on. We're a few minutes away from kickoff here this afternoon, so I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. Just a couple of little things for you to remember that the Slough Town are doing for the next home games. You try and get these done before December, but Slough will be part of the Home Start Advent Calendar Appeal. So normally Slough have done a toy appeal, but the toy appeals are so popular nowadays. We're going to try and do something a little bit different. So what we'd like to do for the two home games that are confirmed in November, that is on the 3rd of November at home to Concord Rangers. The other one will be at home to Woking on the 17th. There will be an FA Trophy game somewhere on the 24th as well, but we would ideally like you all to bring down some advent calendars. So if you're out shopping, or if you're listening to me, send your good partners out shopping. That's the best thing. And if you could just pick up some advent calendars, doesn't have to be anything fantastic, just some advent calendars, bring them along to either the game on the 3rd or on the 17th. Bring them down and we will donate them to causes. And it's a lot better, you know, it's Christmas is 25 days really, isn't it? It all starts unless you're in a shop, it starts in October and you start playing music, but December is really when Christmas kicks in, so let's make sure that we get some advent calendars done. We also have some details which we'll give you at half time of the Sleep Out campaign for Slough. I will be one of several people from the club involved. I do believe that Neil Baker and John Underwood are going to be doing this. It's on the 24th of November. So we will be sleeping outside as if the homeless were, and it's to raise money for the homeless shelter and sale. I will give you those details at half time, and I will also give you the page of which you can donate. There's a special one for Slough town ones, and that'll be for all the players, and I believe a couple of players are going to be doing it, and the management team as well. So I'll give you those details at half time. It'll be a little bit easier to do that for you. I'll run through the two sides for you today, starting with St Albans City, who play in yellow shirts, darker blue shorts and socks. In goal for them is Dean Snedker. 2 is Ben Hurd, 3 is Tom Bender, 4 is the captain David Noble, 5 is Lewis Knight, 6 is David Jiju, 7 Ben Wyatt, 8 Solomon Sambu, 9 Cale DaCosta, 10 David Mayo, and 11 is Clovis Camjo. Substitutes for St Albans this afternoon are number 12 Sam Merson, 14 Zane Banton, 15 is Percy Kianga Benny, 16 is Jacob Gardner Smith, and 17 is new signing Jason Banton. For the Rebels, there's just one change for the Rebels. It's going to be Jack Turner in goal, 2 is Josh Chapman, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 is captain Mark Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Sam Togwell, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Matty Stevens, and the change is 11 Warren Harris in for Louis Saws. The bench for the Slough looks is 12 is Sean Fraser, 14 Scott Davis, 15 Simon Dunn, 16 Louis Saws, 18 is Chris Flood. Manny Williams is away on holiday in Morocco, so hopefully Manny will be listening in. So we'll give a good shout out to Manny as well there for him. And we have got the two sides just we're right next to the players' tunnel, so let's hope we don't get any bad language at any time. Someone's just kicked a ball and messed this bloke with some food, just quite funny. There's a mascot. They've got some person dressed up as like a Roman centurion, because obviously St Albans is an old Romany placey, not like Romany like that, but you know what I mean, something like that anyway. But there you go. So we're just waiting for the two the sets of officials to turn up this afternoon. Today's match referee is Matti Bunasisi, and his assistants are David Hutton and Joshua Crofts. So there you go, that's for this afternoon's officials. We're just waiting for the officials to get to the front of the queue here, and we'll hopefully have the two sides going out. They just start to come out for you now. So just a quick run through those starting 11s for you. For St Albans City, it's Dean Snedker in goal, 2 Ben Hurd, 3 Tom Bender, 4 David Noble as captain, 5 is Lewis Knight, 6 David Diju, 7 is Ben Wyatt, 8 Solomon Sambu, 9 Cale DaCosta, 10 David Moyo, 11 is Clovis Camdo. For the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Josh Chapman, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 Mark Nisbet who's the captain, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Sam Togwell, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Matt Stevens, and 11 is Warren Harris. Those are your starting 11s for today's game. And two sets of management teams just going through and just congratulating themselves. We have got a fairly good view here this afternoon, so I just got to lean forwards when the ball goes down the left-hand side. Slough are in there, all blue, light blue away kit. Jack Turner wearing red this afternoon. And apparently, I didn't know this, but it has been brought to my attention that goalkeepers from the opposing teams cannot wear the same coloured tops. So, therefore, the goalkeeper for St Albans City, Dean Snedker, is wearing a green top, and Jack Turner is in his red one tonight because his blue clashes with the blue of the St Albans Town shirts. So, there you go. This one, I never knew that. I didn't know that at all, but I found it out today. So, there you go. You learn something new every day. So, just waiting for the referee to call the two captains over to get today's game underway. It's very, very cold here this afternoon. Temperatures have dipped a little bit here, and we do have to send our congratulations to Dulwich Hamlet, who have finally been allowed back into their home at Champion Hill. It's going to take them a few weeks to get that ready there, but congratulations to Dulwich Hamlet on coming home, and we wish them all that they get it up and running nice and early and quickly, and lovely team with lovely sets of fans. So congratulations to them. The the captain's just here with the referee this afternoon, and We're just waiting for, I think, it looks like Slough are going to change. There's a bit of a slope on the pitch here down at St Albans. It slopes down to the side more than anything else. So it's going to be changed around. So Slough will be shooting this first half from right to left. And slightly going up the slope as it turns out. And it's Slough who will have the kick-off here as well. And we're just waiting for our referee, Mr. Bounasisi, to get today's game underway. But Slough fans are going to have to make all that walk up all the way to the other side. It's very dark and overcast here today. And just waiting for the referee to... There you go, that's it. And it's a ball here with George Wells, who plays it forwards. And ball goes straight out of play for a throw to the home side, deep inside their own half by the corner flag. And it's going to be the right back Hurd that will take this throw for St Albans City. Loads of fans just making their way past here at the moment. Hurd with a long throw down. It's come off the head there of Moyo, bouncing around. Here comes to Nisbet. Nisbet's ball isn't the best, and it's one back here with St Albans. St Albans' little play down the outside here, but the guy Hollis sees the ball go straight out of play. And it's a throw to Slough, 10 yards inside their own half. George Wells be the player to take this throw for the Rebels. And Wells with the throw here, looking for Ben Harris. Comes off the hand there. Matt Stevens gets to it first, tries to find Warren Harris. Goes down with an injury there. Ball's been flicked on here by White. Volley clear by Hollis. Ball over the top here. Dobson chasing Hurd. Hurd under pressure just sees the ball out of play, and it'll be out for a throw to the home side. Quickly taken here. And Ben Harris trying to close it down. Pressure on Hurd here. It's come through here towards Costa, who's just run straight into George Wells. Ball out of play for a throw here again to St Albans. And Hurd again takes it quickly here, finding Knight. Knight with the ball down here. First to it is George Wells. Ball comes in towards Matty Stevens. Stevens loses the ball, but Lee Togwell wins it back into the centre to Warren Harris, just on the edge of the box. Trying to find some space here for Ben Harris. Being forced wide, gets his cross in. It's blocked well by Hurd, and Ben Harris trying to chase it down. Hurd can clear only as far as Sam Togwell. Togwell wins the ball, finds his brother Lee. Lee will spread it out here to Jackman. Jackman just gains a bit of pace there, gets a cross into the Fox. Looking for Ben Harris, too close to Snedker, and it's a good claim there by the St Albans City goalkeeper. And the Slough fans just making their way round to behind that goal on the far hand side. Snedker with the ball in his hands here. Long kick downfield. Looking here. Headed away though by Wells. Header comes back out here towards Hurd. Hurd just heads it back in here. And Nisbet beaten to the ball, but it comes here towards Hollis, who volleys the ball down the left hand side, looking for Dobson, but no one near that one. And it's gone out of play for a throw to St Albans City. So we will try and keep you up to date with scores from other games in our league as we wait for her to go and get this ball here. Very quiet atmosphere so far here at Clarence Park. It's her to take this throw for the home side eventually. Get some distance on it. Sam Togwell beaten to the ball. Comes here off the Moyo. Looked like a handball there, but the referee didn't say anything. It's a throw to Slough. And everyone dressed up to come in these cold conditions. Quick throw here by George Wells. Throws it back here to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just plays the ball down the field here. Looking for Warren Harris. Beaten to the ball there, but comes in here towards Sam Togwell. Trying to find Matt Stevens. Hits him on the back of the head. Stevens will try and keep the ball in. He can't keep it in. It's gone out of play for a goal kick on the far hand side. And these first few minutes have been a little bit scrappy between the two sides. But it's a goal kick here to St Albans City. And first time that Slough have been to St Albans in 17 years. So it's a new ground for me, that's for sure. Long kick here by Snickers, headed away though by Nisbet. Comes in and Ben Harris tries to win. It's flicked on there and it comes back here looking for Ben Harris, and Togwell with the ball with the touch. Come off here, Knight just plays it out here towards Hurd. And Hurd under pressure from Dobson. Just cuts inside past Dobson, sells him a little dummy. Chips the ball over here looking for the run of DeCosta, but it's headed away by Nisbet. It's the first throw in a dangerous position here for St Albans City. And Hurd again is the player that comes across to take this throw. And his throw in to find White. White can turn here on the byline, plays it back here towards Hurd. Hurd gets a cross in, takes a touch off Lee Togwell's head, and ball bouncing around. Sam Togwell with the clearance. Ball only comes towards Noble. Spreads it out here for the first time to the left back. Bender gets a cross in. That's a really good cross, but well taken by Jack Turner just underneath his crossbar. And he tries to get Slough on the attack here quickly, trying to find Ben Harris. Ben up there winning the header, but it comes off the back of his head, and it's here towards Dijou. Dijou under pressure from Warren Harris. Finds the left back Bender down that side, just inside his own half. Chips the ball forwards here over the head of everyone. It will skip through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Good afternoon to Graham, Simon, Moro, Mark, Sam, Tequila Shark, Vinny. You're listening in here this afternoon as Turner just gets this ball down the field. Dobson trying to win the flick on. Does well and finds Stevens. Stevens just being forced wide by Hurd, but turns and faces the goal. Plays it in here towards Sam Togwell. Just has to stretch. Finds his brother. It's Lee Tugwood to Samuel. Here's with ball with George Wells. Finds Nisbet. Slough under a bit of pressure here when they got the ball here from there, but spread out wide here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman just inside the half of St Albans. Finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris just turns. Tries to. He loses the ball, but it's the first foul of the day this afternoon, and it's from Ben Harris. And it'll be a free kick to St Albans just inside their own half. So it's referee just make him go back a bit, so it's about 10 yards inside their own half. And then he just rolls the ball about another 5 yards forward. So it's a free kick here on that far hand side, which Bender, the left back, will take here. The floodlights just coming on here at Clarence Park. The referee still just waiting for Bender to come and take this free kick. It's a long free kick aimed into the edge of the box, headed away well by Nisbet. Comes out here towards Noble. Noble just running with the ball. Plays the ball out here towards DaCosta. DaCosta down this right hand side. Crosses come in. It's come off George Wells, and it's out for a throw to St Albans City right by the corner flag. And Hurd again is the player that comes down to take this throw. And looks like he's needs a bit of help from one of his fellow players. He's not getting it at the moment. Still hasn't taken the throw in. And he's still taking the throw in. He's still taking the throw in. Do you want to bet? He finally takes a throw in. Tries to find White. White robbed of the ball here. He's come here with Sam Togwell. Just gives the ball away, but loses it again in the second chance. It's come here to DaCosta down this right hand side. A lovely little trick, but hooked clear by George Wells. Finding Stevens. Comes through to Ben Harris. Ben Harris tries to get there, but a good challenge there by Dijou. Comes off him. It's a throw to the Rebels. And the Slough fans behind the goal starting to sing for the first time this afternoon. And it'll be George Wells to take this throw. Quickly taken in towards Nisbet. Gives it back here towards Wells. Plays it back in towards Jack Turner, just outside of his box. Long clearance by Turner. Looking for Stevens. Stevens trying to hold the ball up. Little ball inside here towards Lee Togwell. Spreads it out, finding Warren Harris. Harris has got Jackman on the overlap here. Jackman coming down that right hand side. Gets a cross in. It's taken a deflection. It's going to go into the arms of Snedker, who gathers that one easy. I think the cross just deflected it into his path a little bit, but it's here with the St Albans City goalkeeper. Rolls it out here towards Hurd. Under pressure from Ben Harris. Goes back towards the goalkeeper, Snedker. And Snedker aiming to DaCosta on this far hand side. George Wells wins the header, but it goes out of play for a throw to St Albans, just inside their own half. And quickly taken in towards Hurd. He gets the ball back here and finds Knight. Knight chipping the ball forward, trying to go over the top of the Slough defence. Mistake by Nisbet, but Hollis is there to clear for Slough. Bender trying to get there first. Gets there first and skips past the challenge of Warren Harris. Bender still running with the ball. Finds White down the far hand. Superb challenge by Josh Jackman there. Goes out of play for a throw to St Albans City, 5 yards away from their corner flag that Slough are defending. And Mark's listening in Somerset. He says, can I say hi to his daughter Charlotte? Hello Charlotte, thank you for listening. Ball just played in there. It's been won back here by Kamjo, and it's the first corner of the game here to the home side. Just takes a little deflection. And Slough with some defending to do here, as it's the left back Bender that goes across to take this corner for St Albans. It's a in-swinging corner coming in, and it's Bender chipping it into the near post, headed away by Lee Togwell. Ball still in the box. It's come to Knight, who heads it back out here to Bender to have another chance. Chips the ball back in there, rising high, flicked on there, and actually came off the head of Warren Harris, but taken by Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and just slows it down a little bit here. And Turner just in red, trying to find the ball here for Maddie Stevens to run on. Stevens will get this on the edge of the St Albans box, up here against Hurd. Stevens tries to cut inside, gets into the penalty box, takes a shot, it's deflected. Oh, it's a goal for Slough from Maddie Stevens! First shot of the game. It takes a huge deflection, and it's Slough with the goal. And Maddie Stevens, 7 goals in 11 games since his move on loan from Kettering, and it's a crazy goal there. He just takes a shot from literally just inside the penalty squad. He won the ball and cuts inside the box, takes a shot, it takes a huge deflection off a St Albans Town player, goes into the back of the net, but on 10 minutes Slough have the lead. And it's Maddie Stevens with the goal, and Jack Turner just getting some applause from his Neil Baker there. It's his kick that found Matt Stevens so inferior. I guess that means that Jack Turner gets an assist for that goal, as the game restarts here with the ball here with Knight. Knight plays it back out here to Bender on the far hand side, just inside his own half. Inside here to Comjo. Back out here to Bender. Bender hits it with the outside of his foot. It's Sam Togwell on the face, and it's one back here by Comjo, but Sam Togwell shakes him off the ball, and the referee says play on. Ball here with Togwell. Oh, he just tries to play the ball. It's one back well here, and it's a chance to run forwards here with Sambo. Loses the ball. Slough have it back here with Dobson. First time we've seen him. Gets tackled immediately. Ball finds Da Costa. Da Costa being chased here, just overruns it, and the referee pulls it back for a foul by James Dobson. And it's a free kick to St Albans City, 5 yards inside the Slough half. And Turner just having to go at the Slough team, just telling them to watch a couple of players here. And the referee just making sure that he goes back a little bit here. And it's going to be Noble to take this free kick for St Albans City. 10 yards inside the Slough half. Looks to try and play it in towards Hurd, but stops as Slough has got some players in. Ball played into the box. Sam Togwell heads it across the 18-yard box. Stevens will try and keep the ball in here, and then gets fouled. And it's a soft foul there by Da Costa. Just runs into Stevens. Stevens goes down, wins. Free kick for Slough, and a free kick inside their own half, level the 18-yard box. Slough with the lead here then after 10 minutes. Matt Stevens did a good scoring run here at the moment since his loan move from Peterborough, and continuing his goal scoring ways here. Long kick by Turner, headed away by Hurd, comes here towards Da Costa. Little ball back in here to Sadu. Sorry, just ball here with Da Costa. Oh, just knocks it past Nisbet, but Hollis is there for Slough to clear, and the ball has gone. I think he's given a free kick, has he? I'm not sure what the linesman's given down this near hand side. He's given a throw, so the ball's gone down to play for a throw to St Albans City, almost level with the 18-yard box here. Hurd is the player that takes it in towards Noble. Noble gets him back towards Hurd. Hurd just has to jump high to get it. Ball back in here towards Sadu. Ball just ricocheted kindly off Wells towards Nisbet. Ball played forwards, but Harris had come back. Headed away by Dejou. In here towards Samdu. Samdu finds Noble. Noble just weighed in to try and unlock the Slough defence. Chips it over here for Hurd. The right back in a good position. Ball played in here towards Samdu. Inside here towards Da Costa. Da Costa shoots, but it's easily saved by George Wells in the George Wells, Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and it's just rolled along the ground to him. It's an easy save for him to make, and he has Moyo in front of him. Long kick forwards here, looking for Ben Harris, flicking it on here for Stevens to chase. Stevens trying to get there before Deja. Deja just plays it back towards Sledker under pressure. Clears a good long ball down the field. George Wells wins it for Slough, but only one back by Noble in the centre. Runs into Sam Togwell. Ball though still with Noble. Spreads it out here to Bender, the left back. He has a bit of space in front of him here, and knocks it forward, looking for the run of Wyatt up here against Josh Chapman, going down the hill there, and it's well marshalled out there by Josh Chapman. That's really good defending. Wyatt looking for a free kick, but the referee saying none of it. And it's a goal kick here to Slough Town, playing up this slope. This is a heck of a slope. I just realised how big that slope is. From the corner on the far hand side as you're coming through the park, it's got to be a good, I'd say, good 10-foot slope down that far hand side. But we're coming up to 15 minutes gone here. It's St Albans 0, Slough Town 1. There's Turner, long goal kick from him, looking for Ben Harris, beaten to the ball by Deezy. Comes here towards Nisbet, who just plays it forwards here, looking for Dobson down the left hand side. Hurd turns on his, gets the ball on his chest and plays it down the field, only as far as George Wells. Little cushion header finding Lee Togwell, but robbed of the ball by Noble. Comes in here towards Camjo, who's fouled by Warren Harris. It's a free kick here to St Albans, and Noble will take it 5 yards inside his own half. He's just waiting for a little bit of movement here at the moment. And spreads it on the far hand side, looking for Wyatt. Great defending by Josh Chapman, but Wyatt will get the ball. Comes off the head of Chapman last. It'll be a throw to St Albans City, just past the 18-yard box of the Slough half down that slopey end. It's Bender that takes it in towards Camjo. Camjo back in here towards Bender. Bender trying to find Wyatt. Wyatt trying to turn on the far hand side. A couple of challenges comes in, and the linesman says it's offside on the far side. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. And it'll be Jack Turner that goes across to take this one here on the far hand side. Not really a lot of goal mouth action here so far in his first 15 minutes, but Slough do have the lead from their only effort on goal. And at the far hand side, the Slough, it looks like a banner of the flags. I can see 4, 5, 6 St Albans flags and 6 Slough flags. So there you go. Ball play forwards here, and it's won back here by Hollis. Hollis just under pressure from Moyo, wins the ball and finds Warren Harris. Harris trying to play the ball through, just overruns it. DC with the clearance. Sam Togwell wins it for Slough and finds Josh Chapman. Chapman plays it down the line, looking in. Little flick in here, trying to find Warren Harris, but Bender has it covered down that far hand side, but hits it straight up. Warren Harris comes off him for a throw to the home side, but deep inside their own half, about 5 or 6 yards away from their own corner flag on the far side. And it's the left back Bender that goes across to take this. Eventually. And it gets a good distance on his throw. Sam Togwell ducks underneath it, but is judged to have fouled. And it's a free kick here to St Albans on that far side. 15 yards inside their own half. Good afternoon to Wayne Glaister, who's listening in Corfu. Hope the weather's nice and brighter there than it is here, Wayne. Bit jealous. And it's Bender who takes this free kick high into this dark sky. It's headed away by Hollis into Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell's got plenty of time on the ball. He hits it straight at St Albans player Sam Dunn. It bounces around for Sam Togwell. Clear down line for Josh Chapman. Here looking for Ben Harris. Ben Harris down the right hand side gets fouled there, and that's a free kick given away by Jiju. And it's a free kick here to Slough, and that's a good position for Slough to be in. First real attacking chance for them. It'll be Dobson who goes across to take this one. Very similar to the last home game where it was in a position, it's kind of like less than 18 yards, it's almost 18 yards to the goal, but it's 2 or 3 yards away from the sideline. So it's Dobson taking this. Guy Hollis has gone forwards on the instructions of the management team here. Nisbet's already forwards at the far post, totally unmarked at the moment. Nisbet is totally unmarked here at the moment. And Juju's just coming across to pick him up. Dobson to take this free kick. And hits it in with some pace. Bouncing around, headed away. Comes out here, and it's Samdu that wins it on the edge of the 18-yard box. Trying to play it down the line. And George Wells will cover that for Slough against Acosta. Plays it back here across the 18-yard box to Jack Turner, who under pressure gives that one a bit of a sky. And Stevens wins the ball. Looked like he got fouled, but the referee says nothing on it. The ball's here with Knight. Inside here towards Sambu. Trying to cut inside. Great tackle by Sam Togwell. Wins the ball and finds Stevens. Stevens can look. He's got Dobson on the far hand side. There's a push there on Ben Harris. Not spotted by the referee. Slough still have the ball on the far hand side. It looks like Warren Harris and Dobson switch sides. So Dobson coming down the right hand side. Cuts in on his left foot. Still running with the ball. Takes a shot from distance. It's just like myself. It's high wide and not very handsome. And that's out of play for a thing. But we know that he can score from those kind of areas. And he just pops back over now to the left-hand side. Good afternoon to Ben Brandt, sorry, who's listening in. Nice to have you all here. We'll wait for a little break before we give you some scores from the other games. Good little flick on there by Moyo. Comes through to Turner. Turner under pressure. It just sets the ball to him. De Costa tried to get there. Samdu trying to win the header. Comes off the head of Lee Togwell. Played forwards by Noble. Headed away by Nisbet. Sam Togwell just used his body, but back out here towards Nisbet, who scissor kicks it away. Stevens first of all got caught there. The referee says no, foul. And it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough deep inside their own half. I think Slough a bit disappointed with the referee, just giving a couple of hefty challenges the OK at the moment. It's going to be Guy Hollis will come across with a long throw to try and get Slough further up the field here at the moment. He's about 4 or 5 yards away from his corner flag. And it is Hollis with this long throw. Comes off the head of Hurd in the end, and 2 St Albans players go for it. High foot there by... it's just crazy. I mean, it's a free kick to Slough for a high foot, but, I mean, you've got to go for the ball, surely. Free kick taken quickly here with Hollis. Finding Josh Chapman just 10 yards inside his own half. Back here towards Hollis. Hollis just bringing the ball forwards here. Being chased down here by Moyo. Played forwards here looking for Dobson. Dobson first of the ball. Little ball in, trying to play it in. Knight with the clearance. Only as far out as George Wells. Wells hits it straight at De Costa. Hits Wells and rebounds here to De Costa, who's challenged by Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell stretching to win the ball. Finds Lee Togwell. That's really great defensive midfield play there by Sam Togwell. Ball back here with Turner. Turner quicks it out first time. Finding Dobson. Little cushion header finding Ben Harris. Harris trying to turn here. Holds up 2 players. Trying to play the ball through. Ricochets on the far hand side. And there's an injury between Ben Harris and Knight. 2 of them going for the ball. And both down here at the moment. Feeling that knock here. And I don't know what the referee is going to give. But looks like both players are going to receive some treatment here at the moment. As both just went for the ball. And an innocuous challenge. Both come off slightly worse. And both getting some treatment here at the moment. Ben Harris isn't actually getting treatment. He seems to be up on his feet. I can't see because Neil Baker's standing in the way. Not being funny, but there you go. Chippenham 0, East Thurrock 0 is the latest score. Knight gets to his feet, but he's going to have to come off the pitch after receiving some treatment. Bracknell Town are 1 up against Bognor Regis. Bracknell Town with several Slough players, ex-Slough players in their squad. That's in the FA Trophy. And it's a free kick here to Slough. And again, Dobson taking it. It's around about 10 yards inside the St Albans half. And 10 yards from the side. Knight is being told he can't come back on yet. As Dobson takes this one, floats it towards the back post. Headed across goal, but easily taken by Snedker. And he's got the time. Throws it out here, though, to Noble. Noble just sitting in there as Knight has come back on the pitch. Ball scampers down the pitch, down this slope, and George Wells plays it in here towards Dobson, who's covering back in a left-back position. Has the ball here, still has it with his feet. Plays back in here towards George Wells. Wells just skips past the challenge, plays it back towards Jack Turner. Turner just happy to have the ball at his feet. He'll just wait a little bit for the St Albans player to come forwards. He's just being told to... He's going to wait for Wyatt to chase it down before long ball down the field here, looking for Stevens. Knight with the header away. Comes through, though, to Guy Hollis. Under pressure from Wyatt. There's an offside, which is stupid because Slough had the ball. Just get on with it. And it's a free kick taken by Slough quickly. Intercepted well by Hurd. Plays it inside here towards Noble. Halfway inside his own half. Spreads it out here now to Camjo. Camjo with the ball out to the left-back Bender. He's under pressure from Warren Harris. Goes back to Dave Jiju, who's playing it back here towards Knight. Knight under pressure there. Oh, Ben Harris almost intercepted the ball, but the ball here with Jiju, finding Camjo. Inside his own half. Looking to spread it out here towards De Costa on this near-hand side. That's a great ball. Well headed away by George Wells, but it comes back here towards Hurd, who finds Noble. Noble just inside the Slough half. Turning, twisting, trying to play the ball down here for De Costa. Intercepted by George Wells, who volleys the ball clear here for Slough, and it skips through to Sledger in the St Albans goal. And he rolls it out here towards Knight. Knight playing back in towards Noble. Ball back in for Knight to go across his 18-yard box to find Dijou. Slough letting them have the ball. Ball just comes through to Bender. There's a forwards position here for the left back. He's much forward further than the number 11. Strange position. And it's Dijou with the ball in. Looking for Samdu. It's one back by Slough with Josh Chapman under pressure, trying to play it down the line for Ben Harris to chase, but it will skip out of play. Oh no, still in play, and Dijou has the ball. Ben Harris slips as he chases it down. Back in here towards Bender, closed down by Warren Hatch into Samdu. Finds back into or just overruns the ball, gets there first. And St Albans just living a bit dangerously here. Ball's here with Knight, trying to play the ball in. And a foul given away by George Wells. Just running the back of Moyo. And Noble takes it quickly in towards Moyo. Gets it back here towards Noble. Looking to try and play the ball down the field here for Hurd. Hurd trying to get behind the defence. Gets a cross in, and it's the first corner down this near-hand side for St Albans City, and that on 25 minutes. And this time it'll be Noble who comes across to take this corner on this near side. And Slough with some defending to do here. 25 minutes gone. Still with the 1-goal lead. Noble to take it. It'll be an outswinging corner here for St Albans City. There's Noble just signalling the movement that he wants. Plays it short here to it's Moyo who has a shot, but it's just from the edge of the area, and it's way over the top of the bar, and out of play for a goal kick. So we've just gotten over halfway through this first half. Malcolm's been pruning his roses, apparently. I don't know what's wrong with you lot. You should be sitting in the warm. Stu's listening in from sunny Spain. Good afternoon, Stu. We'll talk about Stu's charity event in at half time. Ben Harris flicking the header on here, trying to find Warren Harris. Dijou stretches and gets the leg out though for St Albans. One back in though, and it's here with Noble. Just overruns it. Sam Togwell with the challenge, and it comes in towards Dobson. Dobson being closed down by Samdu. Samdu won it back here, finding Hurd. Hurd with the ball over the top. Nisbet's there for Slough to head away, and Lee Togwell just gets a touch to it, heads it out of play into the main stand here, bouncing around. It's hit about 7 people on the back of the head before it stops, and it will be a throw here to St Albans City. Ben Hurd will be the player that takes it. And Samdu just making a bit of space to get the ball here. He keeps hold of it here, finds Hurd, but Hurd just stretches to keep that in. Good play by him. Ball back into him from Noble. Down the line here for Samdu, just overruns it. Samdu still running with the ball. Inside towards Hurd. Leg comes in for a challenge. Comes here towards DaCosta. Spreads it across here. Oh, and Sam Togwell just gets a foot to it to get it clear, and then Wells with the clearance up towards Stevens. Stevens can't get there. It's come off the foot of Dijou. Ball comes in here, and Nisbet hits it straight at play. Comes out towards Ben Harris. Great challenge that was by Dijou. Great challenge. Referee says play on. Ball's over with Chapman. First Slough trying to find Warren. Oh, just plays it behind him. Referee led in. Some really good challenges come in here this afternoon. Both sides are kind of complaining, but it's the same for both sides. Both sides are putting in some hefty challenges. Referee and allowing it to go. That is what we like. Don't want a referee just sitting there and moaning. Good afternoon to Cliff Evans. He's just saying hello. Thank you all. As we wait for Bender to take this throw on the far hand side here for St Albans. Aimed here towards Wyatt, trying to flick it on towards Moyo. Moyo under pressure here, loses the ball. One back here by Warren Hatch, inside towards Lee Togwell. In trying to play the ball here for Ben Harris on the far hand side. Harris gets past Bender, and that's a really good challenge by Bender. Goes out of play though for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And we've seen some quality defending from both sides this afternoon. But it's a throw for Slough on the far hand side. A Guy Hollis will come across to take this. It's around about 6 or 7 yards away from the corner flag on that far hand side. And it will be a long throw into the box here for Slough. And Hollis just cleaning the ball on his top there. As this throw comes into the box. It's headed on by Sam bouncing around. Headed clear though by Chapman. Sam Togwell tries to flick the header back on. Bender with the header away, then Hurd. Sam Togwell trying to win it back. Camjo gets a foot in there. It's here with Nisbet trying to cushion his header on the far hand side. Only finds Wyatt. Ball down here for Moyo to chase, but Turner's underneath it for Slough. Gets a better clearance. Nisbet just helps it on, and it can't be kept in play. Goes out of play for a throw to St Albans City on the far hand side. And it'd be the left back Bender to come across to take this. And his quick throw inside here towards Sambu. Sambu under pressure from a couple of Slough players. Plays it back here, and Snedker has to races across to keep that ball in place, stopping it going for a corner. Clears it down the line here for Wyatt, who tries to win the header. Comes in towards Noble. Noble under pressure from Lee Togwell. Finds Sambu. Sambu just turns here, chased down by Ben Harris. Sambu running with the ball. Does really well. Tries to play it in. Intercepted though by George Wells, and finds Dobson. Dobson just inside his own half. Just trying to turn. Finds and turns a couple of players. Still running with the ball. Plays it with his left foot to Jackman. Jackman just trying to chip it down the line for Stevens. Headed away though by Bender. Comes here towards Noble. Noble brings the ball forward here for St Albans. Now looking a little bit short at the back. Ball played in here for Moyo on the far hand side. Plays it across goal. And it can't be collected in. It's been kept in across the goal though by De Costa. And it's gone out of play for a corner. That really should have been a goal for St Albans City. Great work down the left-hand side by Moyo. Got a ball in. It took a deflection. It almost came to De Costa at the far post. George Wells kept it out, but kept it in and hit it to De Costa. His ball went straight across the 6-yard box, and Slough put it out for a corner, who Noble will go across to take on the far-hand side. And this will be an in-swinging corner here for Slough. Half an hour gone here at Clarence Park. Slough still leading 1-0. Referee just seeing a bit of pushing and shoving in the box, which he's just going to call a halt to. And it's the St Albans captain going to take this corner here for the home side. Their third corner of the game. This one's played in with a little bit of width. It's come through. Oh, I think Jack Turner punched it across his own goalmouth area. It's cleared by Dobson in towards Sambo. Sambo's little touch finding De Costa. Skips past one challenge. Gets into the box. Still running with the ball. Being forced wide. And kept in well by Nisbet, and Ben Harris, of all people, defending here for Slough. Clears it long here for Stevens to chase. Stevens in a foot race with her. Stevens gaining on him. Bird goes back towards his goalkeeper. Stevens still chases, but Snedker with the clearance, and it will go headed away by Nisbet. And a free header and control here by Knight. Plays it in towards Sambo. Sambo challenged by Ben Harris. Poor challenge by him. It's a free kick. And that's a striker's challenge if ever I've seen one. And it's a free kick to St Albans City, just on a foot inside the Slough half. Given away poorly by Noble here towards Stevens. Stevens finding Sam Togwell. Spread out here towards Josh Jackman on the right back position. Under pressure, goes all the way back here towards Turner in the Slough goal. Been chased down by White, but clears long down the field. No one for Slough underneath it. Free header for Bender. Sam Togwell though heads it back for Slough. Bender with another header in towards Lee Togwell. Little cushion pass finding Warren Harris. Harris trying to turn past a couple of players. Still has the ball. Does really well. And under pressure finds Josh Jackman. Just chipping it down the line here for Stevens to chase. But Stevens has given up on that ball and it runs through to Snedker. But Stevens decides to chase it. And Snedker with a long clearance down the field. Headed away by Hollis. It'll come into the centre for Noble. Does well to win it. It's Lee Togwell with a challenge. But Noble gets the ricochet. Plays it in here towards Moore. Moore comes through. Oh, Turner with a really good save. He was offside anyway. But it was a really good play in there. Lovely ball feeding in Moyo. And from the edge of the area, Turner come out quickly and blocked it, but it was a free kick anyway, and it wouldn't have counted. So Slough lived to fight another day, and it's still 1-0 here to the Rebels. There is 32.5 minutes gone, and Slough have the benefit of playing down the slope for the second half. As Turner takes this free kick aimed towards Dobson. Hurd with the header away. Silly little foul there by Dobson, means it's a free kick to St Albans City. And Hurd will be the player to take this. Good afternoon to Michael McGranahan, Gary Sheriff and Dave the Rave. Good afternoon, thank you for joining us in. Quick free kick here, taken across to Diju. And plays it out here towards Camjo. Camjo sits quite deep here for St Albans, letting Bender advance further down. That's what they're doing there. Back here with Camjo, in towards the centre-back, Dave Diju. Played in here towards Sambu. Sambu does really well, controlling the ball. Just chased down by Lee Togwell, back here towards Camjo. And he picks his little ball out towards but it's intercepted by Lee Togwell, just skipping past the challenge, trying to play it out, and slides in there. And he just caught Bender. I don't really think he just played the ball. The referee says it's a free kick to St Albans. And the referee just having a word with Lee Togwell here. Just not going to get a yellow card out, but the free kick taken quickly here to Jiju. Played back here towards Knight. St Albans going a little bit backwards before going forwards. Knight's going to go a little bit longer here. Headed away by George Wells. He comes here towards Dobson, trying to play the ball in. Ben Harris trying to get there, but the goalkeeper does well. Snetka to come out of his box and headed away though by Sam Togwell, trying to find Dobson. Dobson rises high to get to the header. Camjo wins it back low for St Albans. Ball played over the top. Slough being caught out here as Moyo gets goal side of Nisbet, but Nisbet comes back and forces him a little bit wide. Moyo still holding the ball up here and finding DaCosta. DaCosta ball inside to Noble. Oh, a little back flick there, and it's well brought out by Turner here. And the referee's blown for something in the box. I think Sam Togwell just used his body here. Is he going to give a yellow card? That is... I don't know where my pen's gone now. I've lost my pen. Give me 2 seconds. But it's a yellow card to DaCosta. DaCosta gets the yellow card on 35 minutes for it's never a yellow card in a million years. It really isn't, but the referee being a bit pedantic here. It's a free kick though to Slough, and Turner takes it long here. It's going to be won by Camjo. His free header hits DaCosta on the head. And then a high foot. Now that is a booking, if anything. That's a more dangerous one. And again, it's a high foot. Clearly going for the ball, but Lee Togwell gets the header to it, and it's a free kick for a high foot. I've knocked my tee over as well. Never mind. The referee having a problem with his boots. It's the second time he's had to stop to lace them up. And now the Slough fans behind the goal making a bit of noise here this afternoon. And it's a free kick to Slough, literally on the halfway line. And George Wells is the player that's going to take this one. And just waiting for the referee to get it ready. Wells plays it onto the far post, looking for Ben Harris. Headed away by Bender. Comes back here towards Sam Togwell, who plays it back in here. Ben Harris on the far hand side trying to get this. Gizu with the header. Only comes out as far as Warren Harris, who draws a shot in. And Stegka in the end makes a good save low there. Another deflection on the shot. And he gets down well to save that one. And then looks to try and get St Albans on the attack here. Tester here for George Wells to chase, but Jack Turner's there first for the Rebels. And it's still 1-0 here to Slough with the game coming up to the last 10 minutes of this first half. Knight wins a header. It hits Noble, but finds Bender. Bender on the left back, plays it down here, looking for Sambu, intercepted by Jackman. Jackman just can't get to the ball. It's one back here with Wyatt. Wyatt just daddies on the ball, and Slough won it back here, and it's here with Lee Togwell. Little ball inside towards Stevens. Stevens spreads it to Dobson. Dobson trying to find Ben Harris on the far hand side, but Bender has followed it all the way. Plays it back to his goalkeeper. Poor kick by Snecker puts Bender on a little pressure. Hooks the ball up in the air. Moyo gets there first, runs straight into Lee Togwell, and the ball bouncing around, finding Nisbet in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell the ball looking for Warren Harris, but Harris hasn't done his run, and it's out of play for a throw to St Albans Town. And St Albans having the better of the possession and play here at the moment, but still find themselves one down to that goal on 10 minutes from Matty Stevens. It's all that separates the two sides here as we wait for Bender to go across to take this throw on the far hand side. Don't forget we will have our half-time quiz for you, and I do possibly have the hardest quiz question ever. Still waiting for Bender to take this throw on the far hand side, and finally puts it in, looking for Camjo, heads it on but can't keep it in play. Goes to play for a throw to Slough, just a few yards inside their own half. And we'll keep you up to date with scores from other games. It would help if when the clubs tweet a score that they put a tweet that they put the score on. I thought that was part of the league rules, but there you go, that was what I know. It's a free kick here throw in for Slough. It's flicked on well by Ben Harris, trying to find Stevens, headed away by Knight, kept in by White on the far hand side. Sambo winning the ball back. Sam Togwell gets a touch in there. Camjo wins back. Lee Togwell with a cracking challenge. The ball here for Stevens to chase, but Snecker comes across to clear it one, and that's gone all the way over. That's in the park over on the other side, that is. It's stuck in the tree right at the top. Oh God, some poor ball boy's got to go and get that. He needs an health and safety ladder, because that is not an easy ball to go and get. Slough will have a throw in the end on the far hand side. If you can see the ball, it's just stuck. It's good 20 foot up in the air. He's not coming out of that tree. But Slough will have a throw here on the far hand side, halfway inside the St Albans half. Josh Jackman will take the throw. Again, just waiting for a bit of movement from a Slough Town play. It's from Lee Togwell back here towards Josh Jackman. Finds in Lee Togwell, who crosses the ball into the box. Stevens trying to get this well shepherded back into the arms of Snedker. And the goalkeeper trying to get St Albans on the attack quickly here, down the field here. And Wells with the header away. It comes through to Dobson, who can hook the ball down the line. It goes out of play for a throw, though, to St Albans City just inside the Slough half. Again, Hurd is the player that comes across to take it. It certainly wasn't there, but there you go. But the Slough fans did their Bakes and Unders Rebel Army chant. Ball here with Noble, under pressure from Ben Harris. Gives it here towards Knight. Knight again being chased by Ben Harris. Plays it down. Comes over the head. DaCosta tries to get a touch to it. First to it is Lee Togwell. Great challenge by him. Wins a free. This is... I mean, that's not a free kick in a million years. It's not a foul. He's given so many that he's let go today. That's just another one of them. It's a free kick, though, to Slough, 15 yards inside their own half. They'll leave it for Jack Turner to go across the take. And if Jack looks up quickly, he could just shoot here, but Snake could just not paying attention. But it's Turner with this free kick aimed here towards Ben Harris. Harris does well to try and win the second header. Comes off the head of Hurd. Stevens gets to it first for Slough. Under pressure finds Sam Togwell. Or in towards Ben Harris, who turns. Trying a little 1-2. Gets the ball back in on the far hand side. It's still onside. Goes down in the box looking for a penalty, but it's never in a million years. And it's seen out by Dizu for a goal kick to St Albans Town City. He's actually given a free kick, I think. I don't know. I didn't see an offside flag, but I think there's a foul or an offside by Slough, but whatever it is, it's a free kick to the home side, which the goalkeeper takes from the edge of his 18-yard box. Aimed here towards Moyer. Missed it. Headed away by Nisbet. Comes towards her. Little chest in for Noble to put the ball down. Little comes off the back of George Wells' head and into the arms of Jack Turner. And when it's going your way, it's going your way. And that's what's happening for Slough here this afternoon. Ball in the hands of the goalkeeper Turner. And just... plays this ball forward, looking for Ben Harris, up against Camjo. Camjo wins the header, in towards Moyo. Oh, Moyo, little ball through. 1-on-1 here for DaCosta. He's got all the time in the world, trying to go fast. It's been forced wide. Oh, Turner saves it with his legs. That is a glorious chance wasted by DaCosta. And then he's overrun it, and Lee Togwell will clear. That should have been the equaliser. And Gigi with the clearance here. Comes here towards Hurd. Hurd holding the ball up, under pressure. Ben Harris slides in and fouls. But DaCosta should have got an equaliser there for St Albans City. Free kick's taken quickly here towards Sambu. Sambu's shot across in is cleared. It's coming out here towards Wells. He can clear for Stevens to chase. Knight's underneath it for St Albans. Just plays the ball back in here. George Wells with the header away. Comes into the centre. Headed on by Camjo. Dobson trying to see the ball out here. Hits Sambo on the back of the head, and Dobson can bring it out. Little back flick towards Sam Togwell. Down the line, straight out of play. And there'll be another throw to St Albans. Now under real pressure here. The end of this first half. Hurd with this throw in towards Noble. Back out here towards Hurd. Hurd trying to play the ball in. It's in towards Noble. Looking over the top here again. Oh, Nisbet gets a touch to it. And Turner has to come across and gets there first. Stops it going out for a corner. Go out for a throw. And we need another ball because that's in the car park the other side of St Albans. And it's going to be Hurd that comes across to take this throw. So now under real pressure here at the end of this first half. It's going to be Hurd with the throw eventually. It's coming up to 2 and a bit minutes left in. Ball played in here towards Noble. Gets a chance to cross. Bit of a mistake in the box. And then Jackman just eases Camjo off the ball. But it's one back here with Bender. Bender just skips past the challenge of Hollis. Hollis is out of position. Ball in the box. Sam Togwell gets a touch to it. Ball's here though with Wyatt. Trying a little flick through to Camjo. Camjo bursting through to shoot. It's deflected. It's an equaliser for St Albans City. And Slough can't clear their lines. And they had chances. They didn't get it. And very much like the first goal, a deflection takes it away from the goalkeeper. And it's Clovis Camjo with the goal on 44 minutes. Slough had many chances to clear that ball, then they couldn't do it. and then he hit a low shot which takes a deflection, and it's 1-1 here at Clarence Park just before half time. Just what Slough didn't need, but if you can't defend situations like that, the referee just signaling there's a couple of minutes of time to be added on. Slough with the kick-off here going towards George Wells. Wells' ball played forwards here for Ben Harris to chase. Slough just lost a little bit of energy at the end of this first half. That goal has just deflated them. Ball played forwards. De Costa trying to flick it on. Hits Moyo. Nisbet gets a touch in, but ball here with Noble, who's caused all the trouble here, but the ball runs through here to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's Turner just drops the ball just on the edge of his penalty area here. Played forward here looking for Ben Harris. Does really well to head the ball on in towards Warren Harris on the edge of the box. He'll try and get through to the ball. Hurd's there for St Albans City. Does really well. That's good defending by the right back. Finds Noble. Noble gives it back here towards Hurd, who has to stretch to clear the ball, but does. Nisbet heads it, just a poor header. And then Hollis heads it back towards Turner in the Slough goal. Again, drops it on the edge of his box, trying to get Slough further down the field. Ben Harris up here against Knight. Two of them just run into each other. And the referee says it's a foul by Harris. And a free kick. The 1 minute of added time is indicated. And the ball here with the goal scorer Camjo. Back out here to the left back Bender. Bender back here towards Camjo. Camjo sitting back, but when he gets forwards, he's a different player. Here with Knight. Goes across to his centre-back partner, Gigi. Chased down by Sam Togwell. Back here towards Camjo. He just sits as almost like a left-back. Ball play forwards here for Bender to chase down the far-hand side, but it skips off down that surface and goes out of play for a goal kick. And a goal kick that Jack Turner will take. And I think that should be the end of the first half when he takes that goal kick. Because my time is up. I think that's coming dead on the minute of added time. And there you go, it is half time here at Clarence Park. It's 1-1 here between the two sides, and Slough will be a little bit disappointed. They scored early through Matt Stevens with a deflected goal, but unfortunately since then it's really been St Albans City who must have been the better of the two sides. That ball over the top and down the hill is the ball that they've been using to great effect. And Slough with those efforts to clear the ball but couldn't get it clear, and in the end Camjo's deflected shot means it's 1-1 here at Clarence Park. And Slough have been had a bit of pressure put on them here by a very good St Albans City side here. Slough yet to really put their pressure on the game, but there you go, it's half time here between the two sides. So what we'll do, we'll give you the half time quiz, and then we'll try and find you some latest scores for you. So, and it's going to be, well, as it's over here at St Albans City, all of today's quiz answers around involving Saints, questions involving Saints. So, your first question is quite an easy one, because there is a really hard one on here. Who was the Saint in the TV programme St and Greavesy? He was a footballer. Who was the Saint in the TV programme St and Greavesy? Which Saints team play at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? So which Saints team play at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? My apologies for this one because I didn't know this existed, but this is your hard question for the day. Who is the patron saint of footballers? Yes, there is one. I wouldn't have believed it either, but there is a patron saint of footballers. All you need to do is tell me who he is. I'll give you a little clue. He wasn't a patron saint until 2001, but there you go. And your last question is which European team is nicknamed Les Verts? So which European team is nicknamed Les Verts? That's your half-time quiz. We will give you a couple of other bits for you as well. I'd like to give a shout out to Joey Morris, who had his birthday yesterday. And Coach on Tuesdays at 10. Okay, brilliant. I've just been told that the coach on Tuesdays at 10. So good afternoon to Joey Morris, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. and we wish him a happy birthday. And we've just been told there that if you are going on the coach, or you want to go on the coach on Tuesday evening to Hemel Hempstead, it will be £10. And I didn't get told what time it left or anything, but you can now look at the Slough Town Sports Trust website. That will tell you. Right, so one of our volunteers, so we're very lucky at our club that we've got a lot of volunteers around, and they all give up their time for no pay whatsoever. They do it for the love of the club. So one of our volunteers, Stu, who's currently on holiday in Spain, he works for Slough Borough Council, and he's part of a charity called the London and Slough Run. Now, for November, what they're trying to do is raise money for the homeless shelter in Slough. So this homeless shelter will run from January to March. This will enable it to be funded so that they can buy food, get people to come along and look after people. And the idea is that it tries to give the homeless people of Slough a little bit of respite in those very cold months. If you're out at the moment and you're out, whether you've been shopping or you're at football or whatever it is, you'll know that it's quite cold this afternoon. But these people have to sleep out in all kinds of weather. So there is a page which you can donate to. So some of the people that are doing this is myself. I'll be doing this. I can tell you that our General Secretary, Kay Leafy, will be another person doing this, and I do believe that our joint managers of Neil Baker and John Underwood are doing it as well. So what we've done is we've got a Slough Town page, fundraiser page, and I am really rubbish at doing copying and pasting things here. What do you two want? I've already done the coach. I don't want to go on it. No, don't worry about it. I know it's only. You're about the fifth person that told me it's only a tenner. Yeah, go away, you old people. Always getting abuse from. Hello, have you come here before? And it's right. So we were talking about the homeless shelter. So I'm not very good at computers, but I will try and put it on our little pagey thing that we've got. But if you go onto the Slough Town FC website, there is a bit about that, and the page that you can donate to, and this is it's called mydonate.bt.com/fundraisers/STFC. I will. It is on the Slough Town website, so if you've gone onto the Slough Town website at all, it is on that page, and it'll be on there for a while. It has also been tweeted out by Slough, and I will tweet it out again. I really don't know how to copy and paste stuff, but I'm going to have a go at it now for you, and I'll try and put it on our Twitter feed and also on your the comments page there as well. So I'm going to try and do that now, because I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. Who on earth asked me to do this? So there we go. We're trying to find the link. I can't find it. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. Anyway, I will sort it out later on. But please donate. We've got a very small, easy target of £500, and we want to smash that target. There is a bigger target for everyone to use. There'll be a lot of people here, and basically the idea is what we'll be doing on the 24th of November. We will be, in theory, sleeping out. The event will be held at St Bernard's Convent School in Slough, and people involved will sleep out in a cardboard box as if they were in the homeless. No kind of heaters, nothing as glorious as that or anything like that. So please take a look at that. It's on the Slough Town website. I'm sure it's on the Slough Town Twitter page somewhere. And I will tweet it out later for you. I'll also put it on our Facebook page as well. But it's if you type in mydonate.bt.com/fundraisers/STFC, you will find it there. Feel free to just put a few things in. I mean, I don't know how many people are listening in today, but if each of you put a £5 in, we'd smash that target. And good afternoon to you. Brexit Dave who's listening, Mr. Jackman who's listening as well. Tequila Shark. Oh, I think Tequila Shark, we've got to ask you a question here. Did you cheat on getting the third one? Because I'm not being funny. That I didn't even know it existed. So I think Tequila Shark's been googling the answers here, because he's got the answers to our quiz right, and that was a very hard one to do. Apparently there are 75 people listening at this very moment. Why? I don't know, it's half time. But if all of you 75 people donated a £5, would be more than right up close to our target there. So if you could all just have a look at that, please have a look and donate for us. The event is on the 24th of November. Let's start fundraising now. Let's get some money in that fundraiser bit, and then we'll let you know closer to the details how it's going and everything like that and how it goes, and we'll do that on the it will be the 24th, so that'll be the FA Trophy game, and then the next game after that will give you all the details of how it went. We're going to try and find you the half-time scores for you now from around the rest of the country. We of course will not give you the Premier League, because we know you like to watch Match of the Day. But in the Sky Bet Championship, there was an early kickoff that finished Middlesbrough 1, Derby 1. Otherwise, it's Birmingham 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Bolton 0, Hull City 1, Bristol City 0, Stoke 1. It's Millwall 1, Ipswich 0, Norwich 1, Brentford 0, Preston North End 1, Rotherham 0, Sheffield United 2, Wigan 1, Swansea 1, Reading 0, and West Brom 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. Into League 1. It's Accrington Stanley 0, Portsmouth 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Luton 0, Barnsley 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Burton Albion 0, Peterborough United 1, Coventry City 2, Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 2, Blackpool 1, Gillingham 0, Bradford 0, Oxford United 2, Shrewsbury 0, Rochdale 1, Charlton Athletic 0, it's Scunthorpe 0, Plymouth 2, Sunderland 1, Southend 0, Walsall 1, Wycombe Wanderers 1 into League 2. These first two are scoreless, so it's Cambridge United, Macclesfield and Carlisle versus Yeovil. They're scoreless. It's Cheltenham 0, Stevenage 2, Colchester United 1, Lincoln 0, Crewe 0, Grimsby 0, Exeter 0, Forest Green 0, 1-1 between Mansfield and MK Dons, Newport County 1, Morecambe 0, Northampton Town 2, Oldham 0, Notts County 1, Swindon 0, Port Vale 0, Bury 0, Tranmere 2, Crawley Town 0. Then there's lots of FA Trophy games. I can tell you that Bracknell Town, with several ex-Slough players in their lineup, are leading 2-1 against Bognor Regis, and Merthyr are leading 2-1 against Farnborough. Let's just gonna skip down and see if we can find you. Sutton United, where are you? Sutton United are currently winning away at Hartlepool in the National League, and we'll go down to the National League South for you. So other scores in our league: it's Billericay 1, Dulwich 0, Chippenham 0, East Thurrock 0, Eastbourne 1, Hemel Hempstead 1, Hungerford 1, Hampton and Richmond 0, Oxford City 1, Chelmsford 1, Truro 3, Dartford 0, Wealdstone 0, Torquay 1, Welling 1, Gloucester 0, Weston-super-Mare 0, Concord 0, and Woking 1, Bath City 3. Those are your latest scores from the games in the National League South. So there you go, and Tequila Shark says he thought he'd heard it was, but he was 95% sure of it. But we'll let you off, Tequila. We'll let you have that one. But there you go. Just a couple of things for you. We have up-and-coming games for the Rebels. Slough will be away on Tuesday evening, as you've heard, as I've been told several times. The coach is only £10 away to Hemel Hempstead Town on Tuesday evening. That's a 7:45 kickoff, and then Slough will be at home. Yes, we finally got a home game. Arbour Park on the 3rd of November, home to Concord Rangers. That is the game. So Slough will finally have a home game. I think the last one was October the 6th in the FA Cup against Bristol Manor Farm. That was the last home game that Slough had. But there you go. So it's been a while since we've been at Arbour Park. But there you go. We are just a couple of minutes away from kick-off for the second half. And it's just so cold today. This is one of those days where it's you need your thermals on it. So quite cold at the moment. My toes are pretty cold here at the moment. I'd have to start doing a dance or something just to try and keep you going. In the FA Trophy, it's Pool 1, Froome 0, AFC Ruston 1, St Ives 0. The tunnel just going to come out here for the players to come out for the second half. And Truro City are 3 up. It's a good start for them there, and there you go. It's a couple of other things for you. Kings Lynn are leading 1-0 away at Buxton in the FA Trophy. And we'll go. Just going to see. We're just waiting for the. They weren't going to bring the tunnel out. Now they're going to push the tunnel back. And thought people were coming out for the second half, but they're not. So there you go. All sorted. So just now he's going to come out. There we go. Play's going to start to come out for the second half here. And it's slightly overcast day here at the moment, and overcast here with a gloomy looking thing. Slough being the first lot to come out here this afternoon, and we'll see if there are any substitutions for you as the two sides come out. As the Slough fans behind the goal make a little bit of noise. Slough will be playing down the slope here. It's a heck of a slope here at St Albans City. And St Albans just coming out here again. Just going to keep an eye out to see if there are any substitutions. Looks like Slough have got 8, 9. I know that Jack's always the last out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 I can see coming out. George. So no changes to the Slough lineup. Just looking at St Albans as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, St Albans manager just having a go at the referee here. Right, no changes to either side. So from St Albans, it's in goal is Snedker, 2 Hurd, 3 Bender, 4 is the captain Noble, 5 is Knight, 6 Diju, 7 Wyatt, 8 Sambo, 9 Da Costa, 10 Moyo, and 11 is the goal scorer Camjo. For the Rebels, Turner in goal, 2 Jackman, 3 Wells, 4 Hollis, 5 is captain Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 Dobson, 8 Sam Togwell, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Stevens, 11 Warren Harris. And that is the 2 starting 11s for you for the start of this second half. And it'll be St Albans who will be playing from right to left, therefore Slough play left to right. The answers to our quiz was, who was the saint in the TV programme Saint and Groovesy? It was Ian St John. Which saint play at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? That's a New Orleans saint. The fourth one was, which saints are nicknamed Les Verts? That's Saint Etienne from France, and Saint Luigi Soppi is the patron saint of footballers. There you go. I remember to put the answers in this time, which is always really helpful. Just waiting for our referee to go that, and it gets it. The second half has started. St Albans with the ball out here towards Hurd. Plays it forwards here immediately, headed away by Nisbet. Comes in towards Lee Togwell. Little cushion header. One back on the far hand side though by Da Costa. Da Costa turning and playing. Oh, just skips past 2. Really good play by Da Costa down that right hand side. Bursting down. Gets across in, but it's already blocked. It's gone out of play for a corner. And a fourth corner of the game for St Albans. Slough yet to have a corner so far this afternoon. So much has been the dominant possession of St Albans. And Slough got to be careful. Knight and Diju have gone forwards here for this corner. Noble is the player that will take this corner. It's an out-swinging corner here for the home side. Costa makes a run short. Still waiting for the corner to come in. Played into the box. It's headed away by Nisbet. Bouncing around. Nisbet gets a second chance. Comes back out the edge of the box here though to Knight. Knight being forced wide. Plays it back in here towards Wyatt. Wyatt chases in. Gets a cross in. It's been left. Comes all the way through to Dobson. Not the best of clearances. Headed away by Hollis. Here for Da Costa. Sam Togwell hits it straight. All right, ricochets nicely for Ben. Oh, he's just got caught there, and that's got to be the first yellow card. Sorry, second yellow card, because Moyo's already got one. My apologies there. But it's a free kick as Ben Harris looked to try and break just inside his own half. It's Wyatt that gets the yellow card. So the ball just spun into the path of Ben Harris. Looked to turn and run forwards with the ball, but got caught there. And a yellow card there to Ben Wyatt of St Albans City. And a free kick here just inside the St Albans City half. Jack Turner to come and take this one. Oh, he goes for goal. Oh! It's just wide of the goal, and Snedker gets a touch to it. Jack Turner hits it from inside. He's gone for goal. It looked like it was creeping into the top corner. Snedker gets fingertips to it, pushes it out, and Slough have their first corner of the game. And Dobson is going across to take this corner here. Out-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Drilled in, looking for Sam Tugwell. Headed away though, comes out here towards Josh Jackman. Plays it back out here to Dobson. Dobson controls it first time, trying to get the ball crossed in. Oh, just runs into danger. Josh Jackman to Slough to chip the ball forwards. Headed away by Hurd. Back out here towards Moyo. Moyo takes it down on his chest, runs with it. So, Lee Togwell with a great challenge. Ball comes through though to Camjo. Finds Wyatt. He's got Sambo on the far side. Sambo just being forced wide by Warren Has. Inside the corner of the box. Needs a bit of help. Comes from Bender. Bender takes a touch. Goes for across towards the far post. Headed on by Moyo. Has gone out of play for a corner to the home side. Must have come off a Slough head last. But this second half certainly living up to its expectations. And Turner with that shot on goal almost sneaked it into the top corner there. But Noble will take this corner on this here side for St Albans City. Again, it's going to be an out-swinging corner here for the home side. Just signalling his intention again. Chips this one into the box. Headed away by Guy Hollis. Lee Togwell heads the next one away. It'll come out here towards Dobson. Heads it forwards. Chases his own little flick on. Turns inside. Still has the ball at his feet. Trying to hit it with the outside of it. Finding Warren Harris. Harris has been fairly quiet in this first half. Keeps the ball in but plays it down the line. Ben Harris comes to chase it. Wyatt's in a position to clear. And Moyo wins the header. And then Jackman just plays a 1-2 off Moyo. Plays it here. And it's come out off Jackman last for a throw to St Albans. Bender, the left back, in right in front of our position to take it. And he'll taking his time again. Finds a little throw inside here towards Noble. Noble back out here to Bender. Chased down by Ben Harris. Harris just gets his body in the way. Wins a free kick for a foul by Bender. And Slough, a free kick just inside the half. I just wonder if Jack Turner fancies another shot at goal. If he took it now, he could probably get it because Snecker's way off his line. Dobson is that's going to stand over this free kick. 10 yards inside the St Albans half. Nisbet and Hollis have gone forwards for Slough for this one. Plays it in towards the edge of the box. Easily headed away by Camjo. Lee Togwell heads it back into the box. Going to come all the way through to Snedker. And Snedker tries to roll it out here for Noble to get St Albans on the attack. Just plays the ball forwards. Warren Harris gets a touch. Hits Sambo and he can't control it. Goes out of play for a throw. And it's a throw to Slough. Almost halfway inside their own half. Jackman takes it quickly, finding Jack Turner. Turner has the ball just outside of his area. Long kick down the field, trying to find the run of Dobson. Dobson will keep hold of this ball up against Hurd. Almost level with the 18-yard box. Trying to skip past him. Gets across into the box. Knight hooks the ball clear. Comes out towards Lee Togwell. Hits a volley. And dips just over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. But Slough had two better shots here in this second half. Took them a while to get a shot in the first half. Actually scored from their first shot, but didn't get any. It's a goal kick here though to St Albans City. And Snedker to take this kick. Long kick for him, aimed into the centre where Nisbet wins the header. Headed away by Hurd. Comes in towards Noble. Noble gets a touch to it forwards in towards DaCosta. DaCosta challenged Sam Tugwell, filling in at centre back, just oofs that ball all the way down the field, and that'll go out of play for a throw to St Albans, level with their 18-yard box. So it's still 1-1 here between the two sides. So we wait for Hurd to come across to take this throw down the far hand side. Gains a few yards with his throws. Headed back in and headed away by Hurd in towards DaCosta. Comes through to Camjo. So they went back with Lee Togwell. But ball's here with Sambo. Sambo's ball in towards White. Gets the ball back. Hits him and then rolls into the space of Bender. Bender plays it in towards Noble. Gets the ball back. Does Bender down this left hand side. Looking to cross the ball in early. That's a great cross in towards Moyo. And Slough defend it really well with Mark Nisbet. Headed on by Sam Togwell towards Ben Harris. Takes it on his chest. Just looking for a free kick. Usually wins it off him though. Then tries to chip it on the far hand side. Looking for DaCosta, but it's got too much on it. And Ben Harris looks at the referee asking why he didn't get a free kick. And the reason he didn't get a free kick, because it wasn't a foul. But the ball is gone out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. 7 minutes of this second half gone. Still 1-1 between the two sides. But Slough looking a little bit better than they were in the first half. They were under the cosh a lot from St Albans City, who were missing their leading goal scorer, Ralston Gabriel. He's not even on the squad today. There's Turner to take this goal kick for Slough. Oh, long kick by him, aimed towards Ben Harris, flicks it on well, comes to the edge, it's Hurd who heads it away. Bender gets there first and puts it right on top of our commentary position. In fact, it clears it, and it'll be a throw to Slough. Guy Hollis is going to come across to take a long throw. It's suddenly got really cold here this afternoon. Temperature just dropped a little bit here. And Hollis looking to put a long throw in. This near hand side, he's got a lot of room to get a run up on this near side. And looks to put this throw in. Bouncing around. Camjo with the header away. Lee Togwell heads it back on for Sam. Matt Stevens trying to get there. Gizu with the header. Nisbet heads it across goal. Bouncing around. Bender with the header. Flicked on by Noble here for Sambo. Break here for St Albans City. Sambo gets a chance. He knocks it past Wells. Just being forced wide, but still has the ball. Couple of numbers coming forwards for him. Sambo breaks into the box. Tries to curl it in towards the goal, but it's well saved by Jack Turner. And although it was on target, he tried to shape and put it in the bottom corner. Slough have gone forward straight away. Stevens loses the ball. It's back out here with Hurd. Hurd up against Dobson. Oh, Hurd just turns him inside and out. Brings the ball out and finds Camjo. Camjo with the ball, just under pressure from Lee Togwell. Just being forced backwards here. Has to go back towards Knight. Knight just scoops that one. And that's way out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough just warming up some of their subs here at the moment on this bit to my left. And it's a throw that George Wells will take on the far hand side in towards Nisbet. Wells gets the ball back under pressure from Moyo. Finds Hollis. Hollis turns and spreads it here towards Josh Jackman, being closed down by White. Ball forwards looking for Warren Harris, but Harris had made a different run and it's gone out of play for a throw to St Albans City, around about 15 yards inside their own half. Bender, the left back, will come across to take it. And Bender just takes his time with all of these throws. And he's waiting for. And his throw comes in. It's going to be Jackman tries to get there. It's over his head. Headed away by Hollis. Sam Togwell flicks it on. Bender then heads it back in. Touch off the head of Moyo. And Hollis has to go all the way back to Turner. And Turner, long clearance here. Headed away by Gizu. Gets a really good header and finds the Costa on the right hand side. Oh, just overruns it. George Wells with a good challenge in on the far hand side. Dobson will try and get there. Hurd gets there first and keeps the ball in and finds the goal scorer Camjo. Down that near hand side, in towards the Costa. Back here towards Noble. Noble under pressure from a couple of Slough players. Slough win it back here, but only as far as Hurd. In towards Noble. And Wells is down injured for Slough, but the ball's come out here towards Camjo. I had it taken off him by Nisbet. And tackle still flying in, maybe with the referee being quite lenient. And Knight just creeps that high into the grey skies. And ball comes around here, and it's Wells tries to clear it. It comes through to off the foot of Wyatt. Turner plays it down. Dobson flicks it on. Only as far as Camjo. Camjo stands on the ball, turns away from it. In towards Knight. Knight with the ball forward. It'll go all the way through and out of play. All the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Looks like Slough going to put a substitution. I would guess myself that it may be either Ben Harris or Warren Harris coming off. We'll see that in a second. The substitution will be going. I've lost my pen again. No, but it's there. Turner with a long kick from his hands. Looking for Ben Harris. Beaten to the ball by Bender. Sambo beaten to the ball, comes out here towards Ben Harris, flicking it on here towards Warren Harris on the edge of the 18-yard box, being forced away, tries to get across him, blocked by Gizu, and Ben Harris tries to win it back, but Bender too strong in the challenge. Ball played forward so for Moyo. Moyo wrestling with Hollis. Moyo's looking for a free kick. Again, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, and the referee does really well there because it's a long kick down here. Hurd with the header away. He's got Dobson will try and get there first and gets his touch to it, but Camjo's there, but Dobson just sticks the leg out, knocks it out of play, and you'll see the first substitution for Slough. It's going to be Louis. Oh, wow, weird. They're taking James Dobson off. Dobson coming off on 58. Coming on is Louis Saws. So Louis Saws is the player that comes on. He comes on for James Dobson, which I got a feeling was I thought that maybe Warren Harris would be the player who comes off, but it's Dobson who's come off, and Saws will go off. Peter Jules listening from the M25. Lovely place to be stuck. We're all stuck on there this morning in the traffic, but there you go. So there, Dobson is the player off. Saws is the player on. I honestly thought Warren Harris would be the player off. He's not had a lot on this afternoon, but there you go. And the ball is the frame comes on the far hand side from St Albans. Hurd to Noble, back here towards Knight. Knight hammers the ball clear. De Costa, little cushioned chest there, but Saws with his first ball forwards, comes off the foot of Knight, skims and finds Jiju. Jiju plays it out here towards Bender, the left back. Plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Wyatt. Jackman just stretches a leg out, wins the ball, but it goes out of play for a throw to the home side, halfway inside the Slough half. Saws has gone and filled that left wing role for the Rebels, but Bender with the Bender again. It takes so long on a throw that he finally throws the ball in, trying to find Moyo. Moyo does win the ball back, comes back out here to Bender. Bender under pressure, finds Wyatt. Wyatt down his left hand side, crosses into the box with a lot of pace. De Costa can't get there, and Wells will try and beat him to it. Wells just gets pushed off the box. Referee says no foul, and De Costa crosses first time. Hollis hooks the ball away, and it was almost through. Bender trying to run through, gets the ball here towards Wyatt, plays it across there. It's a goal on the far hand side, and he's done it again. It's Camjo with his second. Ball played in. Slough again looking across there, and a ball played across the front, very much like the first time. Camjo just slides this one into the empty net and gets his second of the game. It's a goal to St Albans. They lead 2-1 here at Clarence Park, and Slough again can't defend. St Albans have been by far the better team in this game and deservedly now take the lead. And again, it's that Camjo running from deep. He's coming. He sits in the midfield position. He's come forwards. Each time he comes forwards, he looks a different player. And so now have the ball here with Josh Chapman in towards Sam Togwell. I would have put Scott Davies on a while ago, actually. Give you a little bit more up front, as we've got to come from behind. Wells with the ball out here looking for Warren Harris. Headed away by Bender. In towards Noble. Noble chests it here for Sambo. Sambo's ball played forward, only as far as Sam Togwell. His header trying to find Ben Harris, then flicks it up in the air. Knight comes along with the header away. Jackman beaten to the ball by Wyatt. Comes here towards Moyo on his chest, trying to turn and run with the ball. Just runs straight into Hollis, and it's out of play for a throw. I think that if you have Scott Davies on your side, it gives you a little bit more in an attacking one. Sam Togwell is more a defensive midfielder, and I think that for me, Scott Davies would be a better player on the pitch. He'll give you a little bit more creativity, but as of yet he's not been on yet. It's a little 1-2 here between Bender and Noble, headed away by Josh Chapman. Warren Harris flicks it on. Ben Harris heads it on. Stevens can't get it, headed away by Diju. Free header for Nisbet, who's trying to help it down the line. Slough looking for a free kick, comes off the head of Diju, and Hurd plays it back here towards Snedker, and a long clearance by him. And Nisbet wins the header. It'll come here towards Warren Harris. Time on the ball for the first time. Plays it in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris goes into the middle, turns. Looking for a bit of help. Trying to find Saws on the far hand side. Saws can't get to the ball as it skips down the slope there. And it's out of play for a throw to St Albans Town on the far hand side. And St Albans will take their time with this throw here now. And Hurd still hasn't taken the throw on that far hand side. And Hurd looking to finally take the throw, trying to find Moyo, who's come through to George Wells. Ball gone straight out of play anyway, so it's another throw to Slough this time. George Wells will take it. Couple of feet inside the Slough half, trying to find Saws. Saws trying to flick the ball on, gets a lucky ricochet. Still running down his near hand side, in towards Stevens. Gives it back towards Saws. Saws in the box. Slough with numbers. Oh, but it was Ben Harris. His ball just hit him, and it deflected into the hands of Snedker. He grabbed it easy. Stevens trying to win the ball back here for Slough. Ball's with De Costa deep in his own half. Plays it forwards here for Moyo. Moyo up against Nisbet. Nisbet gets there first. Plays it back here to Turner. Moyo chases the ball down, but cleared by Turner. Free header though for Knight. Only over the head of Lee Togwell. In one by Wyatt. Little ball in behind the defence again. This time, Hollis almost plays it back towards Wyatt, who'd gambled on the ball. And Dijou wins the header. But this time it's here with Lee Togwell. Slough really lacking going forwards down either wing. Ball in towards Warren Harris. Finds Matt Stevens. Stevens trying to play it back here for Warren Harris. Bender makes the run. And Warren Harris just pushes him to the ground. That's got to be a foul, referee. How can you give a corner? Warren Harris comes across. He pushes Bender to the ground. Bender falls on the ball. The ball goes out of play. He's given a corner. I was really... You've got to applaud the referee for letting things go. But, I mean, that's a foul. Really, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. Slough now have a corner which Soares is going to go across to take. The Slough fans finally making some noise in the second half. This will be an out-swinging corner here, and I think if Slough score from this, that St Albans will be mightily miffed. Soares with the ball to the far post, bouncing around, comes to the edge of the box. It's hooked clear by Da Costa. It's out of play for a throw. And it's Lee Togwell on the far hand side. He's going to leave it for Guy Hollis to come across to take. So Slough will put a long ball into the box here. And it's Hollis with this long throw. So Nisbet who wins the header. Sam Togwell with the ball. Head Nisbet trying to still get there. It's hooked clear in the end to the edge of the box to Sambo. Sambo clears for St Albans. Only as far as Wells. Wells just heads it back towards Turner. Turner trying to spread it out here. Nisbet stays forward for the ball. Comes off the head of Bender. Ball bouncing around. Ben Harris wins it. Warren Harris tries to get there. And the goalkeeper comes out and bravely dives at the feet of a couple of players to gather the ball. But looks like Scott Davis is going for an energetic warm-up here. Wonder if he is going to come on. As Snedker takes this kick. Well won by Moyo. His header finds Da Costa. Da Costa running through, but Turner comes out and saves at the feet of the striker. And both goalkeepers making some brave goalkeeping decisions here this afternoon. But so 2-1 lead here for St Albans City. That goal on 60 minutes by Camjo, his second of the game, separating the two seats. Ball over the top, headed away by Dijou. Lee Togwell gets a touch too, but it's here with Sambu. Sambu wins it, finding Wyatt. Wyatt cuts inside, licks it with the outside of his foot. Intercepted brilliantly by Guy Hollis, but just stands there with the ball. Plays it across here towards George Wells. Wells with the ball forward, trying to find a run of Warren Harris. He's got too much on it, unless Harris wants to chase it down and push him and win a corner. And anger from the Slough Town joint managers of a wasted ball there by George Wells. But it's a goal kick here for St Albans. Snedker taking it's very flat atmosphere here this afternoon. The Slough fans have been very quiet. We're coming up to 20 and a half minutes gone of this second half. So Lee Togwell with the header here for Stevens. Stevens in the foot race here with Knight. Knight just got his shirt grabbed there by Stevens. Well spotted by the referee. And a free kick here to St Albans. Knight just walking across with the ball. The referee's going to knock it back in some time wasting already here. Does look like Scott Davis is going to be the player coming on for the Rebels. And it's going to be Snedker to take this goal kick. Ball played in. It's headed away by Hollis. Hits Warren Harris. Harris turns. Plays it down the line. Gives the ball away here towards Bender. Bender chipping the ball over the top here. Nisbet has to come across. Headed out. It's out for a throw though to St Albans. Almost level with the 18-yard box here. And Slough have got some defending to do. Ball's here with Noble. Noble trying to turn. Creates a bit of space, finding Dijou. Dijou will cross all the way across there to Hurd. He's in acres of space on that right back position. 10 yards inside the Slough half. Can bring it in here towards Da Costa. Da Costa, little 1-2. Hurd wasn't expecting it. Doesn't keep it in. It's out of play. And you'll see a second substitution for the Rebels. I think the throw's going to come in first from Wells. And it goes to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner, long kick downfield. Comes off the head of Knight. Dijou and Bender hit it. Hits the ball straight at Lee Togwell. Ben Harris trying to jump up there and get to the ball. But it's here with Hurd. Hurd clears it down the line. Intercepted by Sam Togwell. And I think the substitution will be Lee Togwell off and Scott Davies on. Yep. So Scott Davies coming on. Coming off is Lee Togwell. substitution on 68 minutes. So still 22 minutes to go for Slough to try and get something of this. We are literally on the halfway point of this half. It's Scott Davies coming on for Lee Togwell. He'll partner Sam Togwell. The linesman just not letting Scott Davies come on until he's checked him. He's checked him and now he's fine. So second substitution for the Rebels this afternoon. Scott Davies will go into that midfield position and hopefully give a bit more creativity to the Slough side. As Hurd will take this throw just inside his own half. Again, eventually. And he's still taking the throw. And then gains a couple of yards, puts his throw in, flicked on by Sambu, flicked on, then going by Moyo, headed away by Slough. Comes out of the play and out for a throw. I think Trent Phillips is just a bit annoyed that there's some time wasting going on here. And you're going to see a third substitution for Slough in a second as well. We're just going to wait for this throw to come in eventually on the far hand side. And Hurd throws it in towards Sambu. Stretches to can't keep it. It's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Just thought the Slough might want to try and take that quickly, but they're not. It's going to be Chris Flood is the player coming on. Quick throw in from Wells towards Sam Togwell. Wells skips past the challenge. Still has the ball. Chipping it forward here, looking for the run of Stevens. Stevens trying to hold it up. Goes down there and wins a free kick for a foul by Knight. And Knight is going to get called. He's good. Oh, this referee is atrocious with his yellow cards. Knight's going to get a yellow card. I mean, it's foul. It's not a yellow card, but he's given Knight a yellow card. He gets the third yellow card of the afternoon. All of them to St Albans City. And Slough will have a free kick, which Scott Davies and Louis Saws are standing over. Still no sign of that third substitution for the Rebels. It looks like Davies is going to be the player that takes this free kick here for Slough. Referee just making sure that ball's 10 yards back. Oh, it's dropped a couple of temperature degrees here. It's just got real cold here at Clarence Park. Davies to take this free kick for Slough. Needs a bit of quality. It's poor. Headed away by Noble. Easy header away. Comes here towards Moyo. Moyo trying to break here before Sambu. Sambu up against Wells. Oh, Wells has missed it. And Sambu's got a one-on-one chance here for St Albans. Comes through. Takes a shot. Oh, he's got a goal. He's hit the side netting. Oh, how did he miss that? That is the second easy chance that St Albans have missed this afternoon. Sambu just going wide of the goal. What have I done here? I don't know what I've done. But, I mean, that should really have been another goal. And St Albans City, could they rue these chances that they're missing? It's two one-on-ones which they really should have scored so far this afternoon. Still remains 2-1 here, though. I really thought he'd scored that, but he hit the side netting. Poor. Nisbet with the header away, only as far as Hurd. Hurd's header forwards, one back by Nisbet, and he is back towards Hurd, who wins the thing there for a foul by Louis Saws. And you'll see a third and final substitution for Slough. Coming off is Ben Harris. Coming on is Chris Flood. And it's substitution on 71. So Chris Flood on, Ben Harris off. And it will be a free kick for St Albans City when the game restarts. Just inside the Slough half. Captain Noble just standing over it. And he still hasn't taken it. Now finally takes the ball, looking for Moyo, who heads the ball on, hooked cleared by Hollis, only as far as Davies. Davies in the ball in, finds Flood. Flood trying to find Stevens, but Stevens in the ball intercepted by Knight. Does well to play it out on the far hand side to Da Costa. Da Costa keeps the ball, or flicks it over the top, trying to chase it on, but Nisbet's first to the ball and plays it across here towards Turner. Turner, good clearance from him. Long ball down the field. Flood trying to get there, comes off the head of Knight, and it'll go out of play for a throw to Slough. And just waiting for the throw to come in. Comes in towards Source. Source just has to get hold of the ball, finds Sam Togwell. Togwell finding Josh Chapman down this right hand side. Chapman coming inside towards Sam Togwell. Togwell played it out here towards Warren Harris. First time real Warren Harris on the ball, back in towards Togwell. Slough passing it around, but Davies just turns into Moyo and loses the ball. Ball's here with Camjo trying to play it in, but Hollis wins it back for Slough, and it's come here towards Warren Harris, in towards Josh Chapman. Back to Hollis. Slough just needs a bit of urgency in their football here at the moment. And ball's here with Hollis, finds Chapman. Chapman just plays it back. Slough just playing across here at the moment. Anyone think they were 2-1 up? Not 2-1 down. Ball's here with Nisbet. Nisbet bringing the ball forwards, then finds Chapman. Chapman trying to bring it in here towards Warren Harris. Harris down his right hand side, gets the ball up here against Wyatt. Harris makes a bit of space for a cross. It's going to come through. Ball's inside the box with Scott Davis, trying to turn it back in. Turns it back in. Knight with the clearance. Good clearance by him. And Hollis is there first for Slough. Finds Josh Chapman. Chapman trying to turn. Cuts inside. Still has the ball at his feet. Inside towards Warren Harris. Harris being tested here with Josh Chapman. Needs a bit of help. Tries to play it forwards. The ball's surely got out of play, referee. Sam Togwell wins the ball back into Josh Chapman. Ball over the top for Stevens to chase. Headed away by Bender. Camju then heads it across. One back by Sam Togwell. Just shakes off a challenge and then fouls Camjo for a free kick to St Albans. And St Albans will not rush to take this free kick that's halfway inside their own half. Snecker is the goalkeeper that's going to come across to take it. And he's just ball's going to be played in here by Snedker, looking for Moyo. Moyo battling with Chapman. Moyo does really well, holds the ball up really well, then gives the ball away, but Camjo wins it back on with Flood chasing it. Ball played here for Knight, plays it back towards the goalkeeper Snedker. Stevens willingly chases that loose ball down. He hits it straight at him. Ball comes through to Flood, takes it first chance, and he puts it over the top of the bar. That could have been a good opportunity for Slough. Flood just snatched at it, took it first time with the goal open, and great running by Matt Stevens chasing the ball down. And it's a goal kick here though to St Albans, who lead here 2-1. The goal coming almost 15 minutes ago now, but they should have had a chance to put it 3-1 up, but Sambo with a costly mistake. Ball comes in, comes off the head of Moyo in towards Warren Harris, finding Flood. Little back heel flick towards Warren Harris. Laid it in there here towards Source. Source comes through in the near hand side. His shot is blocked. It's good defending in the end there by St Albans City. His shot is blocked. It rolls into the arms of Snedker, just as Slough was starting to play a little bit of football in that centre bit. First time they've really played some decent football this afternoon, to be honest, where they've kind of cut through the defence. And Snedker trying to play the ball down here towards Moyo, headed away by Nisbet, comes towards Source. His little touch finds Davis. Davis ball over the top here for Stevens to chase. Stevens up against Snedker. The goalkeeper comes out to head it. Got a chance here for Flood. Cuts back inside, just gets down, and that's going to be a foul by Bednar. Slough want to take it quickly, but Bender's going to get a yellow card. Player number 4 for St Albans on a yellow. And it's a free kick here to Slough. They're going to realise that their best free kick taker has been sat on the bench now because you took him off. But it's a dangerous position here for the Rebels. It's roughly 25 yards away from goal. It's quite central, but it's just to the side of the D. Here, George Wells, Louis Saws and Scott Davies standing over this free kick here for Slough. The referee just making sure that the St Albans wall is 10 yards. It's like almost a 4-man wall with two. Almost, it looks like they're all just standing in the line, almost as if they're expecting the shot. 5-man wall now, 6-man wall, 5-man, 6-man. It's Scott Davis who hits it, and let's just say the less said about that, the better. That is nowhere near anything. In fact, that's most probably in the toilet block down the back of it. So there you go. Davies just blasting that one high, wide, and it really needed from the distance it needed to be a curler, to be honest, to do that. You're not going to get that up and down from that kind of distance. It's a goal kick here though for St Albans, and it's played forwards here, headed on well by Moyo. Sam Togwell tries to get there. It's flicked on by Wyatt, trying to find DaCosta. DaCosta's kloof. It just hits him and then bounces through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Unfortunate for DaCosta there, but Turner with this long clearance down the field, headed away by DeHoo in towards Wyatt. Sam Togwell just puts his body in there to win it, but then loses it. And one back here by Noble for St Albans. The captain plays it back here towards Bender, the left back, just plays it forwards, looking for Moyo, who's worked tirelessly up the top there. Jackman wins the ball, it comes off Wyatt, and the referee says it's a foul by Wyatt for a free kick to Slough. And there's a stoppage here for 779 is tonight's attendance. Moyo's down injured here at the moment. He's going to be fine. But it's a free kick here that Jack Turner will take roughly about 15 yards inside the Slough half. And it's Turner with this long free kick aimed towards Nisbet. Nisbet beaten to the ball by Knight. Comes off the head of Knight. Will go out to play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Scott Davis looking to take it. Takes it short this time to George Wells. Wells crosses first time, headed away by Noble. Comes out here towards Moyo. Holds it up well, finding Sambu. Sambu just eased off the ball here. Come through to Slough, in towards Matty Stevens. Stevens trying to play it through. Ball bouncing around. St Albans back in numbers. Ball comes here towards Sambo. Sambo trying to... He hits it straight at Josh Jackman, but gets the ball back. Then tries to hit it again. Again, Josh Jackman gets his body in the way and blocks it. Eastbourne have scored 3 against Hemel Hempstead, and Rutherford's got his hat-trick. Hemel Hempstead, our next team that we play. St Albans with a long throw in looking for Moyer. Holds the ball up well. With so it's one back though by Warren Harris. Tries to turn. It goes straight out play off his foot. And out of play for a throw to St Albans. Level with the 18-yard box of the Slough half. They'll leave it for Bender to come across to take. So if you come back in 5 minutes, you might find you've taken the throw. Yeah. And takes it inside quickly towards Noble. Noble trying to turn a bit of space. Finds White. Little 1-2 here for Bender to get the cross in. It's a great cross. Too much for DeCosta at the far post. And DeCosta runs into George Wells. And it's a free kick to Slough. And Jack Turner will be the player that will take this free kick. Just inside his own penalty area here. Still 2-1 to St Albans as we approach the final 10 minutes here. Comes off the head of Dehu. Flood trying to win it. Comes from Wyatt. Jackman hooks the ball forward. Sam Togwell trying to bounce in there. Comes out here towards Scott Davis. Ball over the top, but the referee stops it for a head injury here to Wyatt, who jumps up with Sam Togwell. And Wyatt needs some treatment here. So... little stoppage in play. And Wyatt just been seen to by the physio here. Try and keep you up to date with some scores. Dulwich Hamlet have equalised. It's Billericay 1, Dulwich 1. Wyatt is fine. He's free to continue. I think that the referee is just asking if St Albans are going to play the ball back to Slough. Slough were in the ascendancy there as they had the ball in an attacking position, and Noble will indeed play it back towards the Slough goalkeeper, and it gets a little ripple of applause from the Slough fans behind the goal for that. And Turner with this long ball forward. Really good, headed away by Knight. Comes in towards Noble, flicks the ball on here. And Nisbet sells himself short. Sambu keeps hold of the ball. Trying to find the run of Moyo on the far hand side. Moyo up against Hollis. Hollis just barges him off the ball. And this is the problem. This has happened 3 or 4 times during the game. It's not been a free kick. Now it is a free kick. The inconsistency that the referee showed, bearing in mind the challenges that went in the first half, were proper old school decent challenges. He gives that as a free kick. It's a free kick which Noble will stand over, and both teams have committed 16 fouls, but for some reason it's St Albans that have got the 4 yellow cards in. Noble to take this free kick, good 40 yards away from goal, and takes it short here towards Sambu. Sambu plays it back in towards Noble. They're telling him to play it into the box. Ball played in here towards DeCosta. DeCosta's crosses hit Sam Togwell on the back. Comes out towards Moyo. Moyo on the edge of the box. Shoots. Oh, he puts it into the bottom of the net. And that should be that. Slough heading for only their second defeat in 11, but Moyo, who has been absolutely outstanding this afternoon, he's worked so hard, gets his goal on 83 minutes. It's St Albans 3, Slough Town 1. St Albans have fully deserved that. They've been by far the better side this afternoon, and Moyo hits that in from the 18-yard box all the way through. Jack Turner stretching at the far post but can't get it. It's 3-1 here to St Albans Town, and they've come from behind to almost seal the victory here this afternoon, and they've deserved every minute of it so far. There's 8 minutes left of the game to play. So now with the ball here with Scott Davies, here towards Josh Chapman, in towards Flood trying to turn and create, comes off the foot of Flood. It's out of play for a throw to St Albans, and Slough have learnt a harsh lesson here this afternoon, that they've got to defend a little bit better from deeper positions. Bender to take this throw here. You're going to see a couple of substitutions for St Albans, I would guess, as they look to eat the time up. Sambu trying to chase it down here. Hollis hoists this ball all the way down the field. Diu's underneath it. Up against Stevens. Oh, Stevens has won it back off him and has a chance to break in on goal. Plays it into the centre to Flood. Heavy touch by him. Pokes it in. Oh, and it takes the deflection. It's saved by the goalkeeper, Snedker. If he'd have taken it with his left foot, he would have scored that. But he tried to poke it with his right foot. It took a deflection off a player and went into the hands of the grateful St Albans City goalkeeper, Dean Snedker. And he looks to play this ball down. Moyo again winning the ball. Hits Wyatt and finds him. Ball through behind again for Sambu to chase. Sambu will just stay by the corner flag for the second. Up against Chapman. Plays the ball in here, trying to find Noble. Intercepted by Swords. He's been really quiet since he came on. Swords has just hit it straight at Noble, but it's picked up here by Jack Turner. And Turner trying to get Slough on the attack quickly here with a long ball looking for Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up. Davies trying to get there, looking for a free kick. Never a foul in a million years. And the ball's here with Hurd. Plays it forward. Diving header by Sam Togwell, and it goes off his head and out of play for a throw. You'll see the first substitution of the day for St Albans. It's their captain, David. And it's a debut for Jason Banton, who's coming on. They just signed him. And he will be coming to replace the captain, David Noble. That substitution on 85. And Noble getting a good round of applause from the home fans behind that goal. And Banton gets his debut here. And immediately they got a coat ready for Noble here. That's how cold it is here this afternoon. And interesting that Slough have actually had more shots than St Albans. Unfortunately for Slough, all of theirs have mostly gone high and wide or straight at the goalkeeper this afternoon. And it's a ball played in here by Hurd. He wins the ball back and he plays it forwards here. He's going to just come through to Turner in the Slough goal, and Turner will try and look as though Slough are going to just play free at the back here at the moment. As the ball's here with Turner, drops the ball and plays it long here, trying to find Flood. Flood flicking the ball on, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris up against Knight. It's a goal kick to St Albans City. And we're into the final 5 minutes here, as Snedker's just taking his time here behind the goal, getting the ball, much to the annoyance of the Slough fans. I've got to say, been very quiet this afternoon. Dark clouds just about coming over here at St Albans, so let's hope it doesn't rain. And we're still waiting for Snedker to take this goal kick. Finally takes it, long ball in. It's won by Nisbet, flicks on by Sam Togwell towards Stevens. Stevens trying to turn. Oh, skips past a couple of challenges, still with the ball. Has it still here on the far end side. Then closed down by Camjo, the 2-goal player for St Albans. But ball's here with Warren Harris, in towards Josh Chapman. Finds Davies. Davies trying to cross it in immediately. Oh, it's a good ball in towards Flood. Flood on the far hand side, shoots, it's blocked. Comes back in towards Flood. He pokes it in. Has he got in? It is. It's a second for Slough. Chris Flood with a goal. I don't really know if he knew much about it. It looked like he went in slow motion. Everyone was looking at that, trying to see if it would go in. But Flood has got a goal back here for Slough. That goal coming on 87 minutes. It's 3-2 here. Slough over goal. I tell you what, if it hadn't been downhill here, I don't think that would have gone in. It just slowly rolled down the hill and went in the back of the net. But the ball's here now with Bender. Slough trying to make a game of it here. The ball here up towards Jackman. Jackman just under pressure from Moyo. Ball hasn't gone out of play. Jackman wins a header, but only as far as Sambu. Sambu can turn. Plays it back here towards Bender. Bender's first ball over the top. That will run through to Jack Turner in the edge. And Slough still here with a chance to get something from this game that they would most probably not have deserved. Long ball forward. Flood here up against Bender. Bender just sees the ball out. He'll go out for a goal kick. And it's going to be Snedke who's just taking his time. So Chris Flood puts the ball down for the goalkeeper to take this kick. Still no sign of any extra time here at the moment. He's just going to indicate. The referee just having a word here with the management team of Slough about the number of minutes he looks like he's going to add on. I don't know if he said 4 or 2. Sam Togwell wins the header, only as far as though Sambu plays the ball over the top here for Moyo to chase. Nisbet gets there first. White trying to head it back in. Overhead clearance by Nisbet, headed on by Camjoy. Free header for Jackman. Comes round and it's here for Camjoy to take it down and hooks the ball forward here for St Albans. Hollis with the header away, trying to find Wells. Wells with the ball over the top here, looking for the run of Stevens, headed away by Knight. Sam Tugwell finds Saws. Saws with the ball over top. Stevens has just come from an offside position and won't chase it, but Saws will chase his own little flick on here, and Hurd clears down the line for Slough. And as far as Wells just nicks the ball here and skips past the challenge, bringing the ball forward. Crosses first time. It's a poor cross. It's way over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. And Slough just not really been in this game, but that little lifeline has David Moyer has been named man of the match, and a brilliant performance from him. He's held the ball up really well. Willing runner here this afternoon, but it's Snedker to take this goal kick. Still no indication of a number of added minutes here. Sam Togwell with the header forward. It will come through to Chris Flood. Flood little ball in, trying to find Warren House. Ball cleared, only comes back out towards Flood. Inside towards Stevens. Stevens trying to hold up. Wins a free kick there, and it's a soft free kick for a foul there by Dijou. Just standing in the back of Stevens, and now Slough have a free kick. I've got a funny feeling that Jack Turner wants to go forward. There are 3 minutes of added time here at Clarence Park indicated. 3 minutes of added time. Can Slough get something from this? It's Saws who could be taking this free kick for Slough. Roughly 25 yards away from goal, but he's level with the tram line of the 18-yard box down this near right-hand side. Saws needs a good delivery. That's not a good delivery. Ball bouncing around. Flood tries to get there. Banton trying to clear for thing. It's a free kick though by Flood, and it's a foul. Bender's just gone down with no one near him, just down injured on the edge of the box. And he's got a bit of cramp apparently. Now they're going to treat him. It looks like he's I'm not sure if he's held in his ankle or whether he has got cramp, but Bender's gone down injured here at the moment for St Albans City. So a little break in play, so the referee will add that on. We've got about 2.5 minutes of whatever the referee adds on, plus he's going to add on here. Leo Godin wants to know if we're losing. We are losing 3-2, Leo. You should have been with us a bit earlier. Apparently Maidenhead are losing 6-0 at home, I do believe. So there you go, not that bad an afternoon. So I've still got a chance to get something from this game. You're going to see a second substitution for St Albans. Coming off is Bender, who's down injured on the pitch at the moment. Coming on is number 14, who is Zane Banton. So that's 2 Bantons on the pitch for St Albans City, but no relation. So Zane Banton is the player that comes on. And it's Bender being helped off the side of the pitch here. The referee will surely add on a minute to the time. The game will restart with a free kick to St Albans City on the edge of their 18-yard box. 3-2 the score. We've got about a minute and a half of the added time. I'm sure the referee will add a little bit in for that injury here. This on, he just gets someone runs over, puts a coat on him. That's how cold it is. So good to take this free kick for St Albans City. And it's a long free kick aimed out here towards Moyo, who's named man of the match. It's a header won through by Slough. Flicked on here to chance for Warren has to chase. White has to come across to clear that one, and it's a throw to Slough. And Slough just Wells and Jackman being told to go forwards for Slough. And in fact, Jack Turner is the only player. He's looking at the bench. I can see Jack Turner looking. He wants to go forwards for this. It's going to be a long throw into the box here for Guy Hollis to take. Slough with every man in the box. Sam Togwell gets a flick across. It's hooked clear from the 6-yard box. It'll come back out towards Hollis. Little ball inside. It's flicked clear by Hurd. Comes out towards Davis. Davis trying to work his way down the far hand side. Sambu gets in front of him. Davis wins it back off him and sneaks the ball in here towards Nisbet. Nisbet with a chance to cross. Plays it in with some power. Comes off the head. It's going to come out for a corner. Slough's 4th corner of the game. And they've got a chance now. And now it's a chance for Jack Turner to come forwards. This is what he's wanted. The Slough fans making the noise behind the goal. It's a corner here that Saws is going to have to take into the last minutes of the second of this added time. Slough have a chance to snatch a free draw here, which they would not have deserved at all. Saws needs a quality corner to come in. It's Saws with the corner, hits it with some pace, bouncing around in the box, still bouncing around. It'll come back out here towards Scott Davies, trying to play the ball in, gets the ball back out here towards Saws. Saws creates a bit of space, plays the ball in, it's looping inside the box, it's hooked clear. It'll be another corner to Slough. And the referee just signalling he wants a ball thrown in quickly because this time it's Scott Davies who's going to go and take this corner. Slough still trying to get a last touch on this to sneak a draw. It's Scott Davies with this free kick, corner, sorry. It needs a quality ball in. It's played, free header for George Wells, and he puts it over the top of the bar. That could have been the chance that Slough needed to bring it back, but it wasn't. And he rose high, free header. He just couldn't direct it downwards, hit it over the top of the bar. That could have been a draw snatched from the hands of defeat there because Secker's just wasting time. He's just walked the ball all the way across from one side of his 6-yard box to another 6-yard box. The referee hasn't even bothered to try and book him. And you see that sometimes in other games. Slough had it there where you get booked for time wasting. Secker slips as he plays the ball down. It's come through and it comes out here towards Zane Banton, trying to find the substitute Jason Banton. But Hollis is there for Slough. Turns, keeps the ball in. And needs to play it down the field long. Chris Flood trying to flick the ball on. Headed away by Zizou. Flood tries to get there first. Looking for a free kick. One back by Sambu. Ball over the top though. It'll come through to Jack Turner. Turner whacks his ball straight down the field here. Nisbet's gone forwards. Headed away by Knight. Sam Togwell trying to get there first. Plays it back here towards Wells as well. Giving it away to Camjo. And Camjo plays the ball down the line. It's going to go all the way out of play for a throw to Slough. They're going to take it quickly. With George Wells going to throw it to Jack Turner. The referee still not indicated that he's going to blow up yet. Turner with this clearance, but that is the final whistle. And it's finished here at Clarence Park. It's St Albans 3, Slough Town 2. And St Albans almost threw it away at the end of the game there because Slough have been second best for the majority of the game. Little bit of goings on between Trent Phillips and the St Albans manager there, some words being said, and it's just all being calmed down on there. But Slough have been second best here today. They've been ripped apart by a St Albans City side that going forwards with the ball over the top of their back of their defence has seen them get 3 goals, and to be honest they really should have had 5 or 6, to be honest. They've missed some gilt edge opportunities out of St Albans this afternoon. And then at 3-1, a goal by Chris Flood in the 87th minute gave Slough a chance, and George Wells rose high at that header but couldn't get it goalwards, and St Albans almost threw away 3 points. But they are the ones that win here today. They're had a good run in October, winning 4 before. They lost to Taunton and then lost to Bath, but they've won here 3-2, a game that they've thoroughly deserved to win. And Slough come off the pitch here after clapping their away fans who have come off, and Slough look absolutely dejected here this afternoon. And it's unusual to see Slough walk off so dejected here this afternoon, but they have done. And they've succumbed to defeat here, and to be honest, they were lucky it's not a heavier defeat. St Albans have been by far the better side this afternoon, and they could and should have had this game wrapped up a lot earlier. But Slough will just wonder if Slough's formation is a little bit less attacking here at the moment. It looks a lot more attacking when Davies came on. But St Albans coming off the pitch here, and Moya got the man of the match for a fantastic performance from the striker, who worked really hard chasing lost balls and winning headers here. But that's it for us here today, this afternoon. Thank you very much for everyone who's listened in this afternoon. It's a bit cold. You lot are all the ones there, but in the warmth, you're the lucky ones, I can tell you that. We go again on Tuesday evening, as Richard Weiser says, where we are away to Hemel Hempstead Town. So it's the next game for Slough. Slough will be looking to try and get back on the winning run with away to Hemel Hempstead Town, who were losing 3-0 the last we heard. Until then, thank you very much for all of your messages. I'm off because I'm going to enjoy my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday, so I'm going to go home and get loads to drink once I've been to the toilet, because I'm bursting for a wee. But there you go. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Not been the best of results for Slough, not been the best of performances, but we will be back on Tuesday evening away to Hemel Hempstead, where we'll join you then. Until then, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't let the result put you off. Thanks.